even more tires, new tires, used tires. You'll find them all at Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amoco has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do all types of automotive repair, from an oil change to a tune-up to brake repair. And they are a North Carolina inspection station. That's Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, a proud supporter of Kings Mountain Mountaineer football. Get your yard ready for fall and winter with a stop at Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Right now is the time to plant your grass seed and put out your fertilizer in line. And while you're there, see their huge selection of warded pumpkins. That's right, decorative warded pumpkins, plus fall mums and even Indian corn. Great decorations for your home. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or see Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. You could be the next satisfied customer at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's S&R Auto Sales.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain, or online at countrycamping.com.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look. CKDKDS Macron. Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now is the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
Blake Davis. And number 53.
And we are here at Kings Mountain High School tonight. Thank you all for tuning in for the playoff matchup between the Kings Mountain Mountaineers and the West Rowan Falcons. Hunter Yancey here, Jason Sane. We've been covering Kings Mountain most of the season, bringing you their games over the internet. Glad you guys are tuning in. We also want to say a big thank you to David C. Brinkley, who is our title sponsor. Also, thank you to Bridges Hardware, as this is the stadium pregame show, and they are the sponsor for our stadium pregame. Jason, you excited for tonight's matchup?
Yeah, ready to see some football action. Excited to get to the playoffs here. First round action. Going to see who makes it into the second round.
Absolutely.
It's do or die at this point. Don't win, you don't play another week. So it's a lot on the line for both teams. Not a matter of pride or necessarily an in-county rivalry or any of that. It's a matter of, if you don't win, the season's over. Got to win and keep playing. So
that's exactly right. Next Friday is not guaranteed for neither of these teams. So they're coming out here ready to swing and trying to come out with the victory so that their season continues. Looking on paper, I was just circling because thanks to the people here in the Kings Mountain press box, they have the media booklet ready for us, and they've got all sorts of stats on here. They've got lineups, and I'm just looking at some key stats. Total yards between the two teams. This is an average for about the yards that they average each game. Kings Mountain is averaging 469 yards of offense. West Rowan is averaging 348. And I'm saying these for a reason because I'm going to go down here to the average that their opponents have. Kings Mountain is only averaging 256 yards allowed, where West Rowan is averaging 370. And yes, I know it's a 5 seed against a 12 seed. So on paper, this looks like it's very favored in Kings Mountain's. Just favored for Kings Mountain in this game.
Yeah. They're supposed to come away with the win tonight. Higher seed, of course, with the home games. Playing here at Kings Mountain, you would expect them to be the favorite team early on.
Yeah, you expect them to.
You look at records like you said.
Yeah.
Should come away with the win tonight. Just a quick glance at that sheet anyway. But it being first round of playoffs,
absolutely,
things can happen. Fields certainly, I've heard a little bit, it's a little wet. Another issue, a lot of rain.
I think someone said in here, I think I heard someone say in here that they had a rain gauge at their house and they got about 6.5 inches.
You can definitely see a lot of dark spots, dead spots. I've seen some people chuck a spot up on the ground. It can't be avoided. Like I said, so much rain.
Yeah.
And that could be a factor in tonight's game. So despite how evenly matched or unevenly matched two teams are in these first round games, anything can happen. That's why they play the game, so they say.
Absolutely. Just looking at the overall ranking, overall records, Kings Mountain 9-2, and then West Rowan coming in at 6-5. West Rowan coming in at 6-5. This is going to be a really good game. I'm looking also at what because we haven't seen West Rowan, so I have to just go off of the stats that they give us, and it's looking like this team favors throwing the ball, because they're averaging more passing yards per game than rushing yards. They average about 183 yards in the air to 165 yards on the ground, where the same goes for Kings Mountain. We know what Kalen Wade can do. He can beat you both ways. He can beat you whether it's with his arm or whether it's with his feet. But this just shows you really how balanced this team is. These two stats I'm going to say about Kings Mountain is 269 passing yards a game to 200 rushing yards a game. So there's only a difference between 69 yards between their rushing yards and their passing yards. That just shows you this offense, if one thing is not working, they're not afraid to do the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's nice when you have both facets, so you're not one-dimensional necessarily on offense. But at the same time, when you have one stat that's overwhelming and your team has an identity, and then you at least kind of know what you need to do in a given night to go out there and win.
Yeah.
But can't be playing against. Sometimes you can do both, or you can just ride whichever one's working that night, or at a certain time of the game even. But at certain times, you need to be able to execute both, right?
Yes.
Whether you need to run out clock in the game or might be playing from behind, need to air it out, try to play a little catch-ups.
Yeah, like you said, it all comes situationally. But Kings Mountain, they're not used to being really behind much. They've only lost 2 games on the year, and one of them was to a great Hunter Huss team, and the other one was to Shelby in week 4. But speaking of their Mountaineer schedule, their last game that they played conference-wise was a big win over Crest, 22-17. I've seen Crest play. They got a strong defense. They have a strong defense. So I was really surprised that Kings Mountain was able to get in the 20s. But then again, I had to think, well, this offense here is explosive. This is a very explosive offense at Kings Mountain. But looking also at West Rowan, they had a really a 1-touchdown loss. I know it's 6 points, but they had a 6-point loss to Statesville at Statesville. So I mean, they've had an overtime game this year that they lost at South Iredell. They've been in almost every game except 2 that I can see. 3. They lost to Mooresville by 2 touchdowns. They lost at Al Brown 42-13, so that was a pretty big loss. A.O. Brown, sorry, yeah. And then they also lost to Cox Mill by almost 4 touchdowns, just under 4 touchdowns. So, yeah. So I could see this really going either way, and I think, like what you mentioned, I think this field might have a lot to do with how these teams come out with their play styles.
Yeah, could end up being a factor in dictating how the next games go.
But we have about 20 minutes before opening kick. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
Love's Fish Box in Kings Mountain is celebrating 50 years of business. That's right, 50 years. They got to be doing something right. Just think of the thousands they have served in the past 50 years. And check out their weekly specials. Tuesday, large whiting plate with all the trimmings, $6.99. Wednesdays, their flounder plate with all the trimmings, $7.99. Thursdays, it's their 8-ounce hamburger steak plate, peppers and onions, mushroom gravy, choice of potato, slaw or salad, and hush puppies, only $5.99. Love's Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Highway 74 Business West in Kings Mountain. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. The most popular flooring sold today is the new LVT waterproof flooring, and it's now on sale at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Now you can buy the new LVT waterproof flooring for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. And they do free estimates with installation available. See Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia for your new LVT waterproof flooring. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You don't pull a mask off an old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
We are back here at Kings Mountain High School for the playoff matchup between Kings Mountain and West Rowan, Mountaineers and the Falcons. Hunter Yancey here. Jason Sane along with me. Jason, I'm just looking at the, football playoff bracket that they have right now. And Kings Mountain looks like they're going to be facing, if they come out of this with a victory, either the winner of Statesville and East Rowan. So if it's Statesville, it'll be an early 4-5 matchup in the second round. And so we would be traveling to Statesville. I'm just looking at that. But with that said, we got to stick with tonight's game because, like you said, it's playoff time. and anything can happen in the playoffs. Both of these teams do not want their season to end already. They want to try and make a quick run, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. Local first-round games as well tonight. Burns at Hunter Huss. It's the number 2 Hunter Huss Huskies hosting the number 15 Burns. Let me see. Watauga hosting Ashbrook. Number 1 seed Watauga hosting Ashbrook. And then Stuart Kramer is at Crest. Number 10 Stuart Kramer at Crest. So those will be good games. Other games we can kind of say in the two-way that are going to be happening tonight as well. Games of interest, number 13, West Lincoln at Shelby, who's number 4. Smoky Mountain at number 8, North Lincoln. Number 4, Franklin at number 3, Bandies. So we've got, those are a couple games I just wanted to throw out there. Looking at tonight, locally, those are some games that you can drive to and go and watch if you're listening. Go to I tried to keep them as localized as possible. Wasn't going to say something that were way out there. So if you're local to those, I think they'd love to see you out there and receive your support. So with that, we're looking at about 14 minutes to game time. We got a certain pick that we need to do right now. We need to do our classic Ford of Shelby, classic Ford and Lincoln of Shelby players to watch. What it is, we choose one player from each team to watch for tonight, who we think is going to have a big game or who we think is going to be a playmaker. Jason, you want to start or you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Well, with that, we talked a little bit. I'm going to choose the Kings Mountain player to watch for him. But we talked a little bit about field conditions. We can look down here on the field and we can see there are some wet spots, some deep spots. They said that it was mostly because of the rain, but there's also a slight sprinkler problem out here they can't fix until after the season is over. So I think since the field is going to be wet, the ball naturally is going to get wet. And I know both these quarterbacks probably like to throw the ball. It's what the stats show. But I think with the ball being wet, they're going to keep it on the ground. And I think Raquelin Mack, I think he has a big game today for Kings Mountain. So my pick for player to watch, classic Ford and Shelby, Lincoln of Shelby, is Raquelin Mack of Kings Mountain. Jason, who do you have?
Player watch for West Rowan tonight. Falcons. I got Payne Stolesworth, their quarterback. Payne Stolesworth tonight.
Payne Stolesworth. Well, that's a good pick. You know what? I can see that. They like to run the ball a good amount, and I think that would be something.
Yes, sir.
Or I'm sorry, they like to throw the ball. That's what the stats show. That West Rowan likes to throw the ball more than run it. And so I think that the quarterback is always a good pick. And that's kind of like how I was looking. I told you before, while we were away at commercial breaks, I said, I could easily, for Kings Mountain player to watch, I could easily just choose Kalen Wade. But, I decided, who's going to make maybe the play that might be the difference maker? Last time I covered Kings Mountain, because I wasn't there, their last few games, I was covering some Lincoln County games. We were at, I want to say Ashbrook. No, I don't believe so. Who's the Jaguars?
Jacksonville. You're in Jacksonville.
I was in Jacksonville. No, anyways, Raquelin Mack had a big day on that game. So I think that, in my mind, is just stuck. He had a big day. I think it's going to transfer over into this game. And another reason is, again, the field is wet, usually in wet conditions. Now, what you have to watch for with wet field conditions is slipping, especially route running, people that try to cut really fast. Also, watch for injuries. That's something you really need to watch for if you're a player tonight as well. Be careful when you make your cuts. The field's going to have a lot more give in it now since it's very saturated. This is not turf. This is natural grass, so it's going to have a little bit more give. That's going to be something to watch, too, as well, as people try and keep their balance. But, I'm going to go with Raquelin Mack, and I think it's a good pick. I'm usually spot on with my picks, but I like to think I'm spot on with my picks. But I agree with your pick as well on the quarterback for West Rowan. We're coming up now on 10 minutes before game time. With that, I'm going to go back to another commercial break. We'll be back after these messages at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Bill Shuford Heating and Air and American Standard presents the American Standard Set the Standard event. Now through November 30th, get up to $1,000 in discounts on qualifying American Standard equipment, or get 0% APR financing with 60 equal monthly payments, plus many more special Set the Standard event offers. See Bill Shuford Heating and Air for all the details. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. Call 704-484-0025. Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia is now your E-Z-Go golf cart dealer. Come in and get yours today. And for a limited time, buy an E-Z-Go golf cart and get 0% financing for 48 months. Come on in for all of the details. But that's not all. In addition to Yamaha and Polaris, Full Throttle Power Sports is now your Arctic Cat dealer. Take advantage of their Rush to Ride sales event with rebates of up to $1,500. Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk-In Law, online at ncfullthrottle.com.
You thought the beef and cheddar couldn't get any more delicious. And then Arby's added bacon to it. And you thought, oh, okay, but it can't get any better than that. And then Arby's made them 2 for $6. And then you thought, okay, but no, it can't get any better than that. And you were right. The bacon, beef, and cheddar, 2 for $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Shocking savings! Visit Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain for our monster of a sale open house, October 19th to 21st, open till 9 p.m. We're slashing prices on top RVs like a 2019 Primetime Avenger ATI for just $159 a month. Hurry in for free food, family fun, and fantastic deals all weekend long. These prices are so good, they're scary, so act fast. Visit Campers Inn RV, the RVer's trusted resource, exit 8 off I-85 or campersinn.com. Inventory subject to availability. Payments based on 10% down for 180 months at 6.75% APR. WAC TTF stock number 33782. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. For a friendly hometown experience and the purchase of your next vehicle, see Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. They have no managers, just leaders in the automotive industry that give you the personal touch you need. You get the same big market discounts, but with a friendly hometown experience. The same applies to their parts and service department with free estimates, custom paint and repairs on all makes and models. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com. At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do. There's something new at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain. It's the Soft and Strong sale, where friends send friends. Right now, get 12 months special financing or get $100 off your purchase. Plus, get laminate flooring as low as $2.99 a square foot. And be sure to see the new Cortec waterproof flooring, hardwoods, carpet, luxury vinyl, laminate, and tile. All on sale now at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street, Kings Mountain. For a friendly hometown experience and the purchase of your next vehicle, see Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. They have no managers, just leaders in the automotive industry that give you the personal touch you need. You get the same big market discounts, but with a friendly hometown experience. The same applies to their parts and service department with free estimates, custom paint and repairs on all makes and models. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com.
Back here at Kings Mountain High School, our Yancey, Jason Sane, brought to you by David C. Brinkley, North Carolina House of Representatives. Thank you for being our title sponsor. Had to take a little bit of an extended break there. National anthem was being played, so we took a little bit of an extended break so we could be a part of that. We're back here, have about 4.5 minutes to go until opening kickoff. We've already gone over our classic Ford and Lincoln of Shelby players to watch. We had Raquelin Mack from Kings Mountain, and we also had Payne Stallsworth, the quarterback from West Rowan. So those are our players that we're going to watch for tonight. This is going to be an exciting game. High school playoffs are always exciting to watch. So I'm looking forward to it. Jason, how are you doing? Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, ready to see some high school football again. The playoffs are here. It's that time of year, finally football weather, good and cold out there. Ready to see them get down in the mud, play some football.
Absolutely, and it's not as cold as you would have thought it was going to be tonight. It's still chilly, but the past few days, it's been cold, wet, and rainy. Luckily today in this area, and I know in my area, we were able to get a break from the rain. I think it was a well-needed break as well.
Yeah, it's been awful wet.
Been awfully wet. Absolutely been awfully wet, and the field is showing it as well. And it is in very soggy conditions, I've heard multiple people in the press box say. So I look for Kings Mountain, I look for both teams to keep the ball on the ground and give us some smash mouth football. So with that, we're coming up on the 3-minute mark, and we're going to start bringing a close to our Bridges Hardware Stadium pregame show. We will be back after these messages with the opening kickoff, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Tires, and more tires. New tires, used tires. You'll find them all at Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain. Located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amoco has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do all types of automotive repair, from an oil change to a tune-up to brake repair. And they are a North Carolina inspection station. That's Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, a proud supporter of Kings Mountain Mountaineer football. Get your yard ready for fall and winter with a stop at Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Right now is the time to plant your grass seed and put out your fertilizer and lime. And while you're there, see their huge selection of warded pumpkins. That's right, decorative warded pumpkins. Plus fall mums and even Indian corn. Great decorations for your home. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or see Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. You could be the next satisfied customer at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's S&R Auto Sales.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain, or online at countrycamping.com.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
Coming down to the last seconds before the game starts. West Rowan here at Kings Mountain. First round playoff game. West Rowan will be kicking it off to Kings Mountain. That means Kings Mountain will be going from left to right on your computer screen. Oh, I'm excited for this game. This is going to be a good game. Starting whistle goes off. The kick is away. And that is going to be a short kick, fielded at about the 25. And he takes it all the way up to Kings Mountain's own 40. So the offense for Kings Mountain will come out and start on the 40-yard line.
Stopped on the play.
Kings Mountain looking to set the tone early as they come out onto the field against West Rowan. And West Rowan is looking to stick their heels in the dirt and say, we're not going to give you a yard at all. Pistol formation, two receivers up top, one to the lower part of the screen, and it is a handoff to Britton, who came across, and he hits the hole on the outside and gets about 7 yards on the play. So this is going to bring up a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 for Kings Mountain. It was a good little sweep play. Kings Mountain coming back out in their pistol formation. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 receiver to the top. Flagged on the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start on Kings Mountain. Or, I'm sorry, illegal procedure. Illegal procedure. This is going to back them up. Back them up. You're looking now. What was a 2nd and 3 is now going to be a 2nd and 8. And that ball is sent deep over Kobe Pacehour.
Kobe Pacehour, 3rd down.
So a pass deep by Kalen Wade was sent over Kobe Pacehour's head as Kobe Pacehour was lined up on the left side of the ball. Wasn't able to make the call as live as it happened. I was working on some technical difficulties with some of our wiring, but we're back as it is 3rd and 8. Still the pistol formation for Kings Mountain. 2 up top, 1 receiver to the bottom, and that is a pass, and it is in there on Quentin Davidson, who pulls it in for the 1st down. Looks like it was about a gain of what are they going to be, about 15?
13.
About 13. It was about a 13-yard gain by Quentin Davidson. Great pass. Great pass by Kalen Wade. Another pistol formation. Kalen Wade fakes the handoff to where Kalen Mack keeps the ball and runs straight up the middle for a good gain. Looks about like a gain of 2 or 3. So we're looking at about a 2nd and 8 or a 2nd and 7. Shelby scores on the first play of the game. I've just been told 7-0 over West Lincoln right now. Looks like they gave him a 4-yard gain on that, a little bit more than I gave him. So a 2nd and 6, still in this pistol formation. And this is a handoff to Raquelin Mack. And Mack, he falls forward, but maybe for a yard or 2. Raquelin Mack was my player to watch in the pregame show, so we're going to keep our eye on Raquelin Mack tonight.
Check that. 3rd down and 4 for the
3rd down and 4. They did, in fact, give him 2 yards on that carry. Kind of stumbled forward for one of those extra yards. Shotgun formation. Fake handoff. Kalen Wade will keep the ball, make a cut, and get up the field. No one's catching that man, and he's across the goal line for a touchdown. What a move by Kalen Wade. Kalen Wade, really, it looked like it was a read play, decides to keep it instead of give it to Raquelin Mack. And he takes it long. All he does is make one cut upfield, jukes a player out of his shoes, and takes it in across the goal line for a fresh 6. Will be 7, field goal pending. Field goal is up, and extra point is up and good. 7-0 here, 9:53 left to go. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
And we're back here. Kings Mountain High School. Kings Mountain strikes first. Kings Mountain strikes first as they take it down the field and score off a Kalen Wade keep. What looks to me like it could have been a read play. He decided to keep it himself and take it long for the quick score. Kings Mountain kicking it off now. It's short, and that will hit and die dead at the 20-yard line. Dude got hit trying to pick it up. But West Rowan recovered it. They recovered it. I don't really necessarily want to call that a fumble. I don't know if he necessarily even had possession of it. I think the ball was just still live, and West Rowan was just, able to fall on top of it. So West Rowan will take over at their own 14-yard line. Really, the ball really dropped dead at about the 20, but the mad scramble for it pushed them back to the 14. So with 9:48 to go, Kings Mountain 7, West Rowan taking the field for their first possession, looking to strike back and tie this game up. Player to watch for West Rowan is the quarterback, Payne Stallsworth. Shotgun, and there's the toss sweep out of the shotgun formation. And he gets the edge. That looks like number 10, Jalen Houston.
On the carry, number 10, Jalen Houston. Run out of bounds. There is a flag down on the field.
There is a flag on the field. That was a good play call.
Yeah, looks like he made it about 6 yards there, 5. We got to see what the call is, though. Yeah, we got holds coming back.
So we're going to pull that one backwards. Yeah, hate to see it, especially off a great offensive play. So what was maybe a 5 or 6 yard gain is going to be negated and basically get them back to a 2nd and 10. Payne Stallsworth, the senior, listed at 6'2", 202. Pretty big boy out there. I will say this, I'm looking at West Rowan, some of their offensive linemen. They got some pretty big boys out there.
Yeah, they look like they can make a hole or two, give an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Johnny Hassard. He's a tackle. He's listed at 6'6". That's a big boy. Shotgun formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Running back to his right. Now he's switching him over to his left. And that's going to be a handoff to Jaden Perry, and Jaden Perry gets, looks like,
Perry.
Close to the first down marker.
On the stop, James Ussery for the Mountaineers.
Stop by Ussery.
First down for the Falcons.
And that was enough for a first down.
Shy of the 25-yard line.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10. Ball marked at the 25-yard line. West Rowan again shotgun. Wide receiver two to the left, 2 to the right. Running back to his left. And he pulls up looking to throw the ball. And it is put up high towards Quay Weeks, but that is broken up by Chucky Osborne. Chucky Osborne, the cornerback for Kings Mountain, did a great job letting Quay try and get his hands on it, just slapping the ball right out of his hands. So this will bring up a 2nd and 10 now for West Rowan. It's another shotgun formation. 1 receiver high, 2 down to the bottom of the screen. And it's just a handoff. And he is gobbled up in the backfield.
On the carry, number 4,
by
Perry.
Javari Rice Wilson by Kings Mountain. Gets through the offensive line and takes him down before he can even really get any gain of the sort. Going to be a 2-yard loss, bringing up 3rd down and 12. He stopped Jaden Perry on the carry. This is another shotgun. Looks like they're going to be running out of the shotgun formation most of the night. Trips to the right. Back to pass, and he launches this ball. Has a receiver across the middle of the field, but it is intercepted by number 21, Marquise Fell. Great interception. Payne Stallsworth just looked to lay it out there, was leading his receiver, but led him just a little bit too much. Marquise Fell put on the burners and was able to catch up to that ball at the same exact time as the wide receiver. His hands are just a little bit better than West Rowan. So that'll bring Kings Mountain's offense back onto the field, taking over at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, it's a good arm punt.
Yep, great arm punt. Kalen Wade will keep the ball on a fake sweep, and Kalen Wade has got the first down and more as he was running down the right-hand side of the field. They're working left to right, Kings Mountain left to right on your computer screen. Just as I was saying, West Rowan looks like they're going to run out of the shotgun formation most of the night. I see Kings Mountain running a lot out of that pistol, but as I say that, they come out in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers down to the bottom. Hand off to Kalen Mack. Mack turns the corner on the right-hand side, but we have a flag in the backfield as he was able to get about 6 yards. We'll see what happens if it's negated or if it stands. Looks like it's going to be a holding call on Kings Mountain. Holding call on Kings Mountain, so that's going to back him up.
Going to bring Melvin back.
Have your attention, please. Haynes Bridges, would you report to the press box? Thank you.
So we're down now to a 1st and 22. It's a little bit of a backup now. Pistol formation. This is another handoff to Kalen Mack. Mack goes back, tries to catch the edge. Great tackle, though, by Baden Sutterth of West Rowan to keep his gain to possibly only 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, didn't get too many there.
He tried to get that edge, but Sutterth was waiting for him.
Not as many as were lost on the penalty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here we'll go with 2nd down here.
It'll be 2nd and 17. Still a pistol formation. This is another one up the middle to Kalen Mack, and Mack able to get what looks like back to the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Slowly but surely working back to their original starting spot. But now this will bring up, looks like they're going to have an extra yard, 3rd and 9. This is going to bring up a long 3rd down. But what do they always say? Keep it to 3rd and manageable? It's It's been really manageable, but with this explosive offense, I'm not going to hold it against them. Kobe Pacehour, the lone receiver to the top of the screen. He's got single coverage up. Now they're doubling him. Kalen Wade looking to throw the ball down the right-hand side of the field, and he just throws it away.
Almost takes out the cameraman down on the field.
Yeah, almost took out the cameraman, and with that, this will bring the punt team out. Bring the punt team out for Kings Mountain. What looked like was going to be a good drive was really stopped, unfortunately, on that holding penalty against Kings Mountain, so they will punt the ball away to West Rowan. Still 7-0. Kings Mountain over West Rowan. 6 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Snap is back, punts away, and this one's going to take a Kings Mountain roll, and it's going to die down inside the 10.
Right around the 5.
Yeah, right around the 5. I think someone said it's going to be down at the 6-yard line. Good punt. 6 or 7. Good punt. Good punt. Great way to pin them deep.
Yep. Inside the 10 is always a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. So West Rowan will take the field again. Payne Stolesworth is looking to throw his last drive, which ended in his interception, out the window. Kings Mountain didn't score on that opportunity, so nothing lost, really. Trips to his left, and it's a handoff. And he gets the edge, and he's tackled, but he gets the first down and more.
Jaden Perry on the carry.
That was Jaden Perry. Jaden Perry, these numbers are hard to see. That's real light blue lettering on white uniforms. But he did, in fact, get the first down and more. This will bring up a 1st and 10.
Perry with the carry of about 20 yards there.
Yeah, and he was real shifty, too. Wasn't just straight down the middle. He broke a couple tackles and used his jukes. Still a shotgun formation, and we're going to have the plays being changed at the line. 2 wide receivers to the top and the bottom of the formation. Looking to pass, but he is gobbled up in the backfield, and the ball is on the field. There's been no sign yet. Now they're saying he was down by contact.
Loss on the play.
Yeah, it looked like the ground caused that one.
Yeah, I will say that, but I didn't hear a whistle or anything, so I don't blame these boys for keep playing.
Right. Definitely blown up in the backfield, and then sacked for a big loss, but the fumble was a result of being tackled and hard contact with the ground, so remain possession for West Rowan, but long second down coming up. Second about 17.
Yes. That was Derek Wilson on the sack.
Yeah, big
for
play
Kings
there.
Mountain.
Wilson. And off to Perry, gets lost in the shuffle. He comes squirting out of the pile somehow. Picks up almost all the 17 yards needed for the first down. It may come down to a measurement there, Hunter.
It will. I think they're close. Oh, no, they're giving it to them. They're not even going to
signal it.
Yeah, they're signaling the first down. They're rushing up to the line.
Now we've got some chains have already been moved. We got a problem here.
Chain has been moved. Looks like they're telling them to slow down.
Too late.
You want to know what's so crazy? Jaden Perry, I lost him in that side. He is not very big. They got him listed at 5'6", 150 pounds, and he just got lost in that sea of bodies between the offense and defensive line.
Big third down conversion. The referee's now going to go have a word with the Chains crew. But they did tell them to move. They did signal it, and you can't tell them to go ahead and move them real quick and then don't move them.
This is going to be another handoff to Jaden Perry. Perry is just getting all the yards he needs because that looks like another gain. Looks like about a gain of 5 or 6.
Yeah, a 5-yard gash. He's just small, getting lost there behind those big linemen, and he finds a little daylight.
I think he's got some good feet as well.
He's got the right cleats on for the turf, I suppose.
He's got some good feet, able to keep him moving in the trenches, but also to make those jump cuts. Shotgun formation, 2 to the top, 1 receiver to the bottom, running back in the backfield. Stolesworth rolled out to his right, was looking for a receiver, threw it out of bounds. This will bring up 2nd and 10. West Rowan is putting together a decent drive right now.
Yeah, starting to stall around midfield now. Haven't crossed midfield yet. About 6 yards to go.
For West Rowan.
Three, only one down to get there before they most likely have to punt it away.
Yep.
Here comes 3rd and about 5.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers out in the shotgun. Stolesworth, they're probably looking to throw the ball unless they have a little jet sweep going. He is going through the air, and he looks over, has got his man, but he hits him in the hands and is dropped by Jalen Houston. Jalen Houston.
Yeah, he had the first down there.
Yeah, he did.
He was under a little pressure, passed it a little bit high, but definitely should have been caught, got both hands on it.
Absolutely. They always say if it's in your hands, you got to catch it. You got to catch it.
Yeah.
It was a little high for him, but he got up there and put his hands on it.
Yeah. Could have floated him out there, so the pressure may have had a little something to do with it.
I think he might have heard footsteps.
Number 58 got in there. Who's that for Kings Mountain? Number 58, Isaac Watson with the pressure. Defensive tackle, a junior weighing in at 330 pounds, 5'11". It's a big man there on the front line, but he's anchoring down that defensive front.
4 minutes and 5 seconds.
West Rowan's punt is off and rolls down to the 20-yard line, and that's where Kings Mountain will let it die. They will take over from their own 20, 7-0. 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Kings Mountain ahead. Looking at the Parker Farm Service scoreboard. Still coming out in that pistol formation. 2 wide receivers up top. 1 down below is going to be a handoff to Mack. Mack is grabbed high by the shoulders and stopped.
Only got about a yard there.
It looks like it might have only been a yard for Kalen Mack. Kings Mountain has run the ball a whole lot more than they've tried to throw it tonight, and I think they're trying to establish the run.
Generous spot for Mack. Picks up 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, very generous.
Must have held the ball out before he got tackled.
Pistol formation. Wade with the play action. Looking to go across the field. Kobe Paceauer is able to pick it up for a huge gain, and he's still on his feet, and he's brought down.
That's enough for a Mountaineer.
Kalen Wade with the play action rolling out to his right. Throws across field towards the center of the field to a Kobe Paceauer who catches it right around the 43-yard line in West Rowan's territory.
It's about a 34-yard pickup there. From Wade to Pace.
Wade with the quarterback keeper. He gets out to the right and more.
Wade on the carry. Run out of bounds.
Maybe about an 7 or 8 yard gain by Kalen Wade.
A gain of 9, 2nd and 1 for the Falcons.
So they're going to give him a gain of 9. That is going to bring up 2nd and 1. Shotgun formation, just hands it off to where Kalen Mack, who's able to get the first down in a few more yards. Kings Mountain is stringing together a good drive right now.
1st and 10.
So that is the first down.
Ball resting at the 25-yard line.
Ball now on the 25-yard line, 7-0 still. Just underneath 3 minutes here in the first quarter.
I bet they take a shot at the end zone right here. What do you think?
Yeah, I would take a shot. Looks like it's a play action quarterback keeper. Kalen Wade.
Should keep it on the ground.
Stop line number 55, Drake Martin.
They've got the lead and they're advancing, so that was a 5-yard gain. Bringing up 2nd and 5. I wouldn't be surprised if they look back at Kobe Paceauer. I've been watching West Rowan's defense, and every time I look down there, he's in single coverage on a cornerback. Kalen Wade with a keeper again. There's a flag on the field, and this one's coming back, I believe. I think they got.
Flag down on the field.
Believe that they got. with Quentin Davidson on a hold. I think there might have been a hold right there on the edge, because that's exactly where they threw the flag.
Holding against the Mountaineers. 10-yard penalty.
It is, in fact, a holding penalty. Replay second down.
Second and 13 for
It's
the
going to make it
Mountaineers.
second and 13. Clock is still running. We're getting ready to go underneath the 2-minute mark. About 10 seconds on the play clock. Kobe Pacehour still has single coverage on him. And it's a screen play to Raquelin Mack, and Mack bulldozes forward, lowers his shoulder, is knocked out of bounds. I think he just got past the line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of 4 or 5.
It'll bring up a third down.
I'm like 6 or 8. Not 8. Who'd you say called it? Who called it?
Raquelin Mack. It was a catch by Mack. It's going to be another quarterback keeper right now by Kalen Wade. Wade tried to jump back into a hole he saw in
Wade on
the mesh of things in the trenches, but was just swallowed up by all the defensive players.
4th down and 6 for the Mountaineers.
4th down and 6. And Kings Mountain is on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it. Sure enough, it's play action, and they're looking to the corner of the end zone for Kobe Pacehour, and Pacehour catches the ball for a touchdown. He had great positioning on that cornerback. If I was that cornerback, I would walk off the field. Yeah, you're shaking your head, but you just let Kobe Pacehour have basically his back to you. You have to be in front of that wide receiver, but hey, that's a Kings Mountain touchdown. Kobe Pacehour, he just worked harder and got in front of the cornerback. It was really an easy touchdown. He was not as contested as you would have thought.
No, not at all.
PAT hits the upright, so it is no good. 13-0. Minute left in the first quarter. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Bridges True Value Hardware is a family-owned and operated business conveniently located in downtown Kings Mountain. They remain as focused today on satisfying the needs of their customers as their founding fathers were in the 1880s. Of course, the products they carry have changed over the years, but not their interest in providing quality at a fair price. And no project is too small. With nearly 200 years of cumulative experience meeting customers and solving problems. If you're tired of the box store experience, give them a try. Bridges Hardware, 301 West King Street, Kings Mountain. Call 704-739-5461.
So here we are, 13-0. I just heard over the intercom, Burns 6, Hunter Huss 3. Something to watch. Happening over there. Kickoff is up, and it is fielded at about the 25-yard line, and he almost got it to the 30. I think he's just shy of 30.
On the return,
so that is where West Rowan will take over.
13. On the stop,
13-0 with a minute left in the first quarter. Mountaineers on top of West Rowan.
East Rutherford 3, Maiden nothing.
Score is 13-0 now because of a corner touchdown pass from Kalen Wade to Kobe Pacehour. Point after was no good. Shotgun for Stallsworth. As he tried to rear back and throw it, it comes out of his hands. He drops down on it. That was almost dangerous. That was almost a giveaway for Kings Mountain to pick up for themselves. Luckily, Stallsworth was able to fall back on top of that football.
Lost about 5 on the play.
Yep, he sure did lose about 5. He almost lost more than 5. He almost lost the whole possession. The ball just slipped out of his hands as he went back to throw it. So we're looking now about 25 seconds left. Play clock is at 10 seconds. Five seconds on the play clock. Will he get it off in time? They did. It was a shotgun for him. The Stallsworth is looking over at the side, and the receiver pulls it in. That is Quay Weeks, and he's able to get out across the 50. So he got the first down and more.
Brought down on the play by Damian Wilson. It's enough for a first down for the Falcons.
That's an Flooring America first down for the West Rowan Falcons. And that'll bring it into the first quarter. We'll be back after these messages. Score is 13-0. KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's time to say big on your dream RV at Campers Inn RV in Kings Mountain. From November 15th till 18th, they're offering rock bottom auction pricing on 2018 motorhomes and fifth wheels. Find a 2018 Keystone Avalanche with middle bunk room for just $49,229, or a 2018 Forest River FR3 Class A motorhome for just $79,995. The inventory is priced to move, so hurry on in because these RVs are going. Visit Campers Inn RV, the RVer's trusted resource, or campersinn.com today. That's Campers Inn, Highway 161 south at I-85 in Kings Mountain.
We are still here, Kings Mountain High School. Playoff game. Now starting the second quarter, 13-0. Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan. Another thank you to Mr. Brinkley of David C. Brinkley, North Carolina House of Representatives, for being the title sponsor.
Second quarter starts, 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
So now we'll flip-flop sides of the field. West Rowan from the 49-yard line, 48-yard line. And that is a handoff. Looks like to Jalen Houston, and Jalen Houston is going to get big yardage as he gets a first down and more. So it was a great draw play by West Rowan to get the first down and more. West Rowan, to me, tonight has had some plays on offense where they're able to have such yardage, and then all of a sudden, on schedule, it seems like, a penalty to back them up, and they just get out of rhythm.
Yeah, it's the first time I think they've gotten into Kings Mountain territory there. That run finally gets them to the Kings Mountain 35, so time for the defense to either make a stand or allow West Rowan to get on the board.
Empty backfield, wide receiver and he is sacked in the backfield, dropped by number 32.
About a 5-yard
Nathan Groves, that is about a 5-yard drop. What it was the wide receiver motioned the wide receiver across, and it wasn't a sweep play, so Stallsworth trying to keep it, looked to throw the ball, but there was just there was a huge hole for Mr. Groves to just absolutely get through. I mean, it was just a wide, free shot at the quarterback for Groves. His eyes got big, and he went in there and completed the sack. So it is now a handoff, and there is a huge hole in the trenches, and he basically just got all the yards that is Jaden Perry. He basically just got all the yards that they lost and more. Because it looks like it might be 2nd and 1 unless they're giving him the first down. So it was all 16 yards that they needed and maybe an extra yard. Falcons are moving fast as it's another handoff to Perry. He gets about 2 or 3.
Perry on the carry. Stopped by Damian Wilson. A gain of 4, 2nd down 6 for the Falcons.
So after a 4-yard gain, finally brought down. Pretty good gain on first down, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6. Drops back and pass. Has to flee. They're going to wrap him up in the backfield. That's a big sack. About a 10-yard loss that time.
Flag down.
There's a flag on the field.
Drop for a loss by Javari Rice Wilson. There's a flag down on the field.
Usually a hold in those situations, but we'll have to wait and see. Turn down.
Illegal shift against West Rowan. That penalty is declined. Third and 16 for the Falcons.
That ball was thrown towards the back of the end zone. I thought it was uncatchable, but they're going to throw a flag and say it's probably PI, pass interference.
We threw that late too, boy. Call it on Kobe. Wow.
Pass interference on the Mountain.
Pass interference.
It is, in fact, pass interference on Kings Mountain.
When we close it.
15-yard penalty. It is going to be close. That's the case.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do realize that the camera has gone down on the scoreboard. When we get the opportunity, we'll go over there and fix it when we get to a commercial break. Unless, could you grab that for me, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry.
As a result of the penalty, it's first down for the Falcons.
Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, that is perfect for now. We'll mess with it if we got to, but we're fine. It does the job. So for 9 minutes and 20 seconds, 13-0, Kings Mountain.
Because I told you real close. I thought maybe a yard short or right on it. I'm not sure.
First down.
13-0, Kings Mountain on top of
the Falcons.
West Rowan as West Rowan is knocking on the door of 1st and 10. Almost in the red zone, so it's going to be a handoff. It gets out maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing working on first down there.
On the carry.
Second, still got 10 to go.
Stop by Belton Presley. No gain. 2nd and 10.
West Rowan knocking on the door right now against Kings Mountain, trying to get on the scoreboard. It is a play-action throw out to the flat. Receivers there to bring it in and fight for more yards, and he'll go down about the 5-yard line. That is, in fact, number 85 for West Rowan. That is Ben Bonds. Ben Bonds.
There's a flag down. I believe it's going to come back.
Illegal man down the field. That's what they're going to say. So they're going to back this one up. West Rowan, though, still trying to get into the end zone. 13-0, still Kings Mountain on top. With about 8 minutes and 32 seconds before halftime on the Parker Farm Service scoreboard. And that's going to be a throw out to the left-hand side. Receiver had it in his hands but dropped it. I think they're just going to call that incomplete. Yeah, I don't think he had full possession. He wasn't able to make a football move, so it is not a fumble. is just an incomplete pass. This will bring up 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 for West Rowan.
3rd down and 15.
8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Kings Mountain still holds on 13 to nothing
15
over West Rowan. West Rowan marching here. 3rd and about 15, but they are deep in Kings Mountain territory.
Empty backfield. Wide receiver was in motion, but we do in fact have.
And there's a timeout call before the snap by the Mountaineers.
Yep, and that's going to be a timeout. Mountaineers. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's time to get a new Traeger grill from Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Come in out and see the selection. Plus, Hometown Hardware has accessories, flavored pellets, and rubs. And check out the line of case knives. And right now, buy a case knife, and you'll have a chance of winning a case Christmas knife. Hometown Hardware has the largest selection of case knives in this area. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain.
Back here, KTC Broadcasting, covering the first round playoff matchup between the Kings Mountain Mountaineers and the West Rowan Falcons. 13 to nothing, Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan. We have 8 minutes and 12 seconds before halftime. 3rd and 15. West Rowan was in great position to score, but a costly penalty backed them up now. They just haven't been able to get there since. It was 2nd and 15, then a dropped pass made it 3rd and 15. So 2 wide receivers, top of the screen and bottom of the screen. And it is a draw play, and this has got scoring potential. Oh, and he is brought down hard. Looks like he's still short of the first down. I didn't get the number on who was carrying the ball.
Kobe Pacehour.
But it was, in fact, Kobe Pacehour on the stop.
4th down.
We all know Kobe Pacehour is on offense as a wide receiver. Sometimes he plays safety on defense.
All right, going for it on 4th down. No kicker.
They are, in fact, going for it on 4th down. 4th and 4. Trips to the left, lone receiver to the right. And that's another flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on the offense. So, hey, I said it. I might have jinxed them. I said it. I said this drive was looking really good, but on schedule, there will become penalties. I'll just back them up for West Rowan. And I was looking at the stats earlier. Talked about stats a little bit on our pregame show. And penalty-wise, Kings Mountain has got less penalties as well than West Rowan. So West Rowan's had a little bit of a penalty problem. They've had 102 penalties on the year for 813 yards. It's a lot of penalties. So it is empty backfield. Wide receiver in motion, looking across the field. It is intercepted.
He's going all the way to the house.
He's pointing like he's going all the way there.
It's because he got blockers out front. I believe
he does have blockers. And he did not get all the way there, but he did get down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he took it about 85 yards from where he caught it.
Absolutely. He got down to the 10-yard line. That is number 2, James Ussery. Ussery with the big interception, basically in the end zone, really on the goal line.
Yeah, very close to it.
Very close to it.
A big play.
That was an ill-advised throw, though, by Stallsworth. There was double coverage on the intended receiver. So we've got shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Raquelin Mack, who gets to the left side edge, lowers his shoulder, bounces off one defender, but is taken down by two others. It's about a gain of 2 or 3 on the play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down, 7.
Pistol formation Receivers to the left, one high. And that is another handoff to Mack. Mack finds a hole on the left-hand side of the trenches, but is taken down, I think, for maybe a yard or two. Maybe a yard or two. We'll see what they list him at. Looks like it is third down, but I don't think they gave him much of a gain there, so it's still 3rd and 7. Wade looking back to the sideline, maybe changing the play up. Having a little audible right now. And that is a throw to the outside, and it is a touchdown. Touchdown pass by, or touchdown catch by Quentin Davidson by Kalen Wade. What it was a little up and out route, and he was in single coverage, so he had huge space. That was really a soft coverage that West Rowan was playing right there against Kings Mountain, and they just exploited it for another touchdown. Looks like they're bringing the kicking team back out on the field. Point after is up, and it's good. 20-0. Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan Falcons. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's time to say big on your dream RV at Campers Inn RV in Kings Mountain. From November 15th till 18th, they're offering rock-bottom auction pricing on 2018 motorhomes and fifth wheels. Find a 2018 Keystone Avalanche with middle bunk room for just $49,229, or a 2018 Forest River FR3 Class A motorhome for just $79,995. The inventory is priced to move, so hurry on in, because these RVs are going. Visit Campers Inn RV, the RVer's trusted resource, or campersinn.com today. That's Campers Inn, Highway 161 south at I-85 in Kings Mountain.
Kramer nothing, and Hunter Husk 10-6 over Burns.
We are here at Kings Mountain High School for this opening round playoff game between Kings Mountain and West Rowan. Kings Mountain on the board again, making it 20-0. And this is just a little line drive kick out to the left-hand side, and it rolls out of bounds. Flag on the play. 20-0. Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left, looking at the Parker Farm Services scoreboard. And that score on the previous drive for Kings Mountain was started thanks to a James Ussery interception.
And West Rowan will take over 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. 5:45 remaining in the first half. Is it?
If it goes beyond the 30-yard line, it goes back to the
Having a little conversation down on the field between the referees and the Kings Mountain coach. Looks like they're trying to figure out something. But they're going to just go ahead and resume play. Ball will be taken over the 35-yard line by West Rowan. 2 wides left, 1 low. And this is a handoff. He's able to get 2 or 3 yards on the play. And I wish that they would make different uniforms for these kids, because that light, look, it's like a half and half color on the jersey. It's top part blue, bottom part white on a white jersey. Talking about the numbering, I couldn't tell who that was that carried the ball. I don't know what number it was. I'm going to guess it was Perry. Okay, so it was Perry. It was Perry, but now in the backfield is Jalen Houston, lined up to the left of Stallsworth. Stallsworth's going to hand it off to Houston, and Houston finds the creases and is able to get up into the safety area.
James Ussery, that's enough for a first down.
And enough for the first down and more.
6'7", 275. Big young player. No, he wouldn't like to get up down the floor like Jay Parsons can.
So he was able to bust up through the line of scrimmage into the secondary for a first down and more. That was Jalen Houston.
We play too fast for big boys like that.
So it's another handoff to Houston, again up and into the secondary. He's just finding holes left and right. West Rowan has done a great job on the ground tonight.
First down for the Falcons.
Didn't look too comfortable tackling there, did he?
Well, I'm sorry, that looked like Jaden Perry carrying the ball.
It was. Has been the whole time.
It has been?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, these numbers are throwing me, because I looked over and I saw in the slot that they had Jalen Houston.
Yeah, he's their leading receiver. Perry's his main rusher. They do a little of each. Number 6 slipped out there a little bit too, Quay Weeks, but he's mainly a receiver also.
2 wide receivers high, 1 low, pistol formation. It's another handoff to Perry.
Jaden Perry on the carry.
He's been finding room.
He has. I mean, again, he is listed at 5'6". He is listed at 5'6", so he's
over 100 yards. He's about 119. No touchdowns though. Still a 0 on the scoreboard. So Kings Mountain defense been, but not great.
Only reason I say he's only 5'6" is because I mean he can hide behind his offensive lineman. Like I said, there's a tackle out there for West Rowan by the name. Where's his name? Because he's listed. He's a pretty big boy. Yeah, it's Johnny Hassard. He's 6'6", so he 5'6" can hide behind 6'6". So they hand it off again.
This is number 10 here, and there's a flag down. He got the yards he needed for a first.
And there's the flag that I was holding. It's a holding play, and he's going to back him up again. I said it on the last drive, and I wasn't going to say it this time because I didn't want to jinx him, but
that was Quay Weeks, number 6 that time.
It was. I see they're just interchanging these wide receivers, and I can hardly see these numbers, so bear with me, people listening. But like I was saying, it's just this game. West Rowan will get forward and gets positive play after positive play after positive play, and then it's just the penalty that brings them back. That one penalty, the nail in the coffin on this drive, and it's hard for them to overcome it. They were able to do it last drive, but a costly interception off an ill-advised throw is what cost them on their last drive, and right now they're looking at looks like a 2nd and 15. And that is a absolute strike from Stallsworth as the pass is completed to Davis Tadlock, and he's able to get the first down and more. Look at that. They proved me wrong. I'm happy for him because usually after that big penalty, they've been unable to get forward, so I'm glad that they were able to do it this time. And they're moving forward. 1st and 10 now on the 12-yard line. So West Rowan is working here. Wide receivers, 2 down at the bottom, 1 at the top. Running back to the right. It's a handoff. He's still able to get positive yards out of something that he really kind of got bumped at the line.
Jalen Houston on the carry, stopped by Damian Wilson. A gain of 5.
So that was, in fact, Perry again. Two wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom, another shotgun formation for Stallsworth. Stallsworth is going to hand this one off, and he slips in the backfield as he got closer.
Flag comes out late.
He got close to the line of scrimmage and slipped.
Against the Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like it's going to be another holding. Another holding penalty against West Rowan. West Rowan's got to fix these penalties if they're wanting to get in the end zone, because it's like they take 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. So it's something to watch for and something to really harp home when they go to halftime, as we're about 2 minutes out from halftime. Score is 20-0. Kings Mountain still on top of West Rowan. 2nd and 17. 2 wide receivers on both sides of the ball. And that is a handoff, and he breaks a tackle, and he's gang tackled close to the original line of scrimmage. So it looks like it's going to be a gain of maybe 7. They might have got an extra yard, so 8. So this will bring up, no, it looks like they're going to have 7, so it's definitely 3rd and 10.
On the carry, number 4, Jaden Perry.
It was Perry on the carry.
Wilson.
So 3rd and 10 for West Rowan. A minute 12. Parker Farm Service scoreboard. 20-0 Kings Mountain. 3rd and 11. And that's a little pass out into the flat, and it's broken up by number 10, Damian Wilson, able to get his left hand on the ball as that was going to the running back, just a little screen play, and he was able to get his hand on it and knock it away. It'll bring up a 4th and 11. 4th and 11, and they are going to try a field goal.
Into attempt the field goal.
Sure are. Field goal unit out on the field. Federico Cruz, the junior, on to attempt, what do we got here?
32-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, about a 32-yard.
When we get to halftime, we will have some score updates for you as we're about 59 seconds out from halftime. Snap, kick is up. And it is no good. It is to the left of the goalpost. So it will stay scoreless still for West Rowan as Kings Mountain is still on top 20-0.
Heartbreaker for Federico Cruz.
Absolutely unfortunate for Mr. Cruz, trying to at least put him on the scoreboard. But now this will bring an explosive Kings Mountain offense onto the field with only 52 seconds left before the half. Can they score again? I truly believe they can. I think that they have the firepower and the capability to. And this is going to be a direct quarterback keeper by Kalen Wade. And Kalen Wade gets to the left corner, and he's able to get the first down and much more. Much more. He almost started high-stepping. He knew he was getting there that easily. So 45 seconds left as he was shoved out of bounds.
1st and 10 for the Mountaineers from their own 41-yard line.
Coming from their own 41-yard line. It was about a 21-yard gain there by the Mountaineers, by the running skills of Kalen Wade. Wade in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers high, 1 low. Kobe Pacehour's in single coverage, and he's looking that way. No, the safety came over top on him. Kalen Wade is swallowed up in the backfield as West Rowan was able to get to him. Great coverage. I thought Kobe Pacehour had single coverage, and he did at first, but the safety then backed out and kind of shadowed over top.
We're about to see the arm strength of Wade.
Yeah.
He was about to just cut one loose as far as he can.
He was.
Field. We to see exactly how far he can throw one here. Let's measure it off.
I think they're just going to let the time run out, and we're going to go into halftime. I know I would have liked to have seen it as well, just a shot towards the end zone. But with that, the clock is winding down. 20-0. 20-0. Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan. We'll talk about it a little bit more after these messages on our halftime show brought to you by Hometown Hardware. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Tires, and more tires. New tires, used tires. You'll find them all at Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain. Located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amoco has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do all types of automotive repair, from an oil change to a tune-up to brake repair. And they are a North Carolina inspection station. That's Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, a proud supporter of Kings Mountain Mountaineer football. Get your yard ready for fall and winter with a stop at Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Right now is the time to plant your grass seed and put out your fertilizer in line. And while you're there, see their huge selection of warded pumpkins. That's right, decorative warded pumpkins, plus fall mums and even Indian corn. Great decorations for your home. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or see Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. You could be the next satisfied customer at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's S&R Auto Sales.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain, or online at countrycamping.com.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
Welcome back, as we're here now at the Hometown Hardware halftime show. Hunter Yancey, Jason Sane with me. And before we go over the game that's happening right now, as the score is in fact 20-0 Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan, and they are all over West Rowan, whether it's offensively and defensively. We've got some scores that we want to give to you from around the area. Cherryville 14, Community School of Davidson 7, Crest 13, Kramer 7. Huss is now up on Burns, 17-6. Oh, I'm sorry. I also got to update just now. Crest 20, Kramer 7. So Crest on top of Kramer 20-7. Bessemer City 24-8 versus Highland Tech. Shelby 13-8 against West Lincoln. East Rutherford 3-0 over Maiden. Pisgah 3-0 over East Lincoln. And South Point 7-0 over Mount Pleasant. Those are just some of the scores that I have been sent from our gentlemen back at the radio station. I know they're listening to all the games happening tonight, and they're listening intently and sending me the scores so that I can relay them to you guys. But back to the game at hand, Jason. It's been all Kings Mountain.
Yeah, they've had everything go their way. The one drive, Rowan did get deep into their territory, and they ended up picking one off on the goal line.
Yep.
Almost taking it all the way back for the touchdown.
Yep.
And then punching in about 2 plays later. So that's been all Kings Mountain here in the first half. And the scoreboard reflects that with the 20-0 showing up there. And the stat sheets as well. Although West Rowan has managed to mount some offense tonight, again, they did put together one good drive, got them all the way down the field.
Yes.
Just unfortunately ended it with a turnover.
Absolutely. West Rowan, they've shown life on the offensive side. The score really doesn't do the game justice, if you understand what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little closer than the scoreboard shows. However, again, Kings Mountain, we kind of expected them to run away with this thing, and it's starting to get that way.
Yes.
Especially when Rowan's few chances that they're going to have tonight, and they don't come away with any points.
Yes.
Again, a field goal also at the end of the half, just wide left, another opportunity there wasted. And that's just the way it's been tonight.
West Rowan, I believe, they've left points on the board. They've been in scoring position at least twice.
Yeah,
one time was backed out of scoring position because of a penalty, and the second one was a huge interception by Ussery for Kings Mountain. But let's talk about Kings Mountain. Defensively, they've let up a bunch of yards on the ground. That's why I say, and for those of you that have been listening, you can tell that this game really, the scoreboard does not show how close it really has been. But West Rowan, unfortunately, has just shot themselves in the foot over and over. I think they're about out of toes.
Yeah, it's been the Jaden Perry show for West Rowan. And like I said, they have put a little offense up. It's been all in the run department. He's already over 100 yards, but still no touchdowns, no points on the board. Just can't seem to come away with anything.
So I think that'll be something that's going to be harped home here at halftime for West Rowan, because I think game plan-wise, it's really working. They just, like I said, they just keep getting the penalties and the two costly interceptions, especially the one that was in the red zone that happened literally right there on the goal line. I think maybe that they'll try and talk to Stallsworth. Stallsworth is a senior quarterback for West Rowan, but he's made a couple of throws that you're just questionable about, especially the one down here in the red zone in double coverage that was, in fact, picked off. He's not played awful, but you got to tell him, like, hey, when we're in scoring position, you got to protect the football a little bit better, because these opportunities, they don't come a whole lot, and we do not want to give this Kings Mountain offense, which is so potent, so many opportunities to score the ball. And we've seen it. They've scored three out of the 4 possessions that Kings Mountain has had the ball. They've scored. I think they didn't score on their opening drive, and other than that, they've scored on their last 3 possessions.
Yeah.
So it's just something that West Rowan's going to have to talk about. But looking at the Kings Mountain side, I think it's been fairly balanced, has it not?
Yeah, it's been fairly balanced.
So it's, to me, my player to watch for Kings Mountain were Kalen Mack. And they're trying to get him going. He's had a couple moments where he's been able to set the edge. I think he's used better when he runs up the center of up the gut. Just because he's one of the bigger backs and he's not afraid to take a little bit of a beating. But Kalen Wade has been very impressive on the ground as well. He's, coming out of the read, he'll just keep it himself, and he gets to the edge fast. But he's also not afraid to come in and commit to contact. Someone that we've not said his name particularly much other than the touchdown pass that he did catch was Kobe Pacehour. I could see them maybe trying to implement him more. So I don't know if that'll be something that we should look for, maybe try and balance this, because I think as balanced as this offense can be, it's been maybe 65-35 to pass the run. I think they've run the ball more than they've passed, but when they pass it, it's been successful. West Rowan has done a great job, though, of disguising their coverage on Kobe Pacehour. Pacehour usually looks like he's in single coverage wherever he's lined up on the field, but that's just because West Rowan has got a safety pulled in close because of Kings Mountain's ability to run the ball. But then they back him out, and he kind of is over top the cornerback that's been covering Kobe Pacehour. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try and get him some more looks as well. Someone else's name, though, that we haven't said at all, and you were talking with me about it and the pregame show while we were at one of the breaks when we were talking about players to watch, is we have not said Mr. Britton's name hardly at all. Chris Britton. Yep. Yeah, he's a great slot receiver for this Kings Mountain team. And if it's not been tonight Quentin Davidson or the touchdown pass to Kobe Pacehour, we really haven't heard much on the passing game. Do you think that's something Kings Mountain needs to look for, or is it one of these things where it's like, we're ahead 20-0.
They haven't needed to pass it.
Yeah, they haven't needed to pass it. Do they just continue to run the ball?
Yeah, especially with the big lead.
Yeah.
Only time you go back throwing it if they close the gap.
Yeah.
Other than that, you just try to run it out. You're picking up first downs.
Yeah.
Just keep doing that.
Absolutely,
keep it out of reach, get the game in the books, keep the clock going.
Oh yeah, keep the clock moving. I think something else that Kings Mountain needs to look into is, and what they're probably going to talk about is, we got to stop this West Rowan rushing attack, or else there's a chance they could make this close. The way that they move the ball on the ground. Yeah, they're not getting little 1 or 2 yard chunk play, or little itty bitty plays. They're getting maybe 6 or 7 to possibly 10 yard chunk plays on some of these rushing plays. So I think that's something Kings Mountain needs to really talk about and address at halftime. We'll see if it changes. What we're going to do with about 4.5 minutes till the third quarter starts, we're going to play some ads, and we'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Love's Fish Box in Kings Mountain is celebrating 50 years of business. That's right, 50 years. They got to be doing something right. Just think of the thousands they have served in the past 50 years. And check out their weekly specials. Tuesday, large whiting plate with all the trimmings, $6.99. Wednesdays, their flounder plate with all the trimmings, $7.99. Thursdays, it's their 8-ounce hamburger steak plate, peppers and onions, mushroom gravy, choice of potato, slaw or salad, and hush puppies, only $5.99. Love's Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Highway 74 Business West in Kings Mountain. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. The most popular flooring sold today is the new LVT waterproof flooring, and it's now on sale at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Now you can buy the new LVT waterproof flooring for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. And they do free estimates with installation available. See Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia for your new LVT waterproof flooring. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You don't pull a mask off an old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
We're coming back down to the final minute in halftime. So we're coming out of our halftime show. A big thank you again to Hometown Hardware for sponsoring that halftime show. We're coming back to the start of the second half, third quarter action. 20-0, Kings Mountain with the lead on top of West Rowan. We said it in the pregame show. On paper, on paper, Kings Mountain had better statistics and a better defense than West Rowan. The defense is definitely showing out through the passing game today. They have already gotten 2 interceptions, but they've allowed a lot of rushing yards to this West Rowan offense. Kings Mountain trotting out onto the field right now, finishing up the little bit of stretching that they do to start off the second half. You got to wonder if that's something that head coach Greg Lloyd of Kings Mountain really dug home into his defense is, hey, we've got ourselves a big lead right now, 20-0, but this game very well could have been 20-7, 20-14, because West Rowan has marched and marched down the field with this run game. They've only done themselves a disservice by throwing interceptions and having too many penalties. So you got to wonder if Coach Lloyd was like, defense, they might try and clean it up out here on their penalties, so we got to stop them from running the ball in general. That way we can keep our lead. We know we're going to run the ball successfully, but we got to stop West Rowan from running the ball successfully. And I think not only that, but if they can stop West Rowan from running the ball successfully, that'll be a good booster and something to really work on while they have this big 20-0 lead, because they don't know which team they're playing in the next round, and the team that they play in the next round, if they run just as good as West Rowan has ran tonight and doesn't commit penalties, then this is a ball game. You know, that's the only difference. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are just tuning in and seeing that the score is 20-0 Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan, the main reason it is 20-0 is because West Rowan has done themselves a disservice and had 2 interceptions, one of them on the goal line. The interception was caught on the goal line, so that was a potential score. And they've had too many penalties. Too many penalties. There have been so many moments they've been on the 20-yard line and absolutely advancing on the ground, looking like they're going to score on this drive. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, instead of it being 1st and 10, it goes to being 1st and 20. Instead of it being 2nd and 6, it's probably 2nd and 11. They just keep backing themselves up. I said it earlier, it's 2 steps forward, but it's 3 steps back that I've seen on this West Rowan offense. So don't let the scoreboard fool you that it is 20-0 and, oh, this is just a blowout. This game is really closer than it is. Just credit to Kings Mountain for being able to score when they do, and a bunch of discredit really to West Rowan for not being able to clean up the penalties and to be able to get in the end zone. That sounded like a rant, but it's not a rant. It's just me being honest. That's the only reason why this is a blowout. Kings Mountain has been able to do what they do, which is be an explosive offensive threat, and West Rowan, who has been just as explosive on the running game, they've just hurt themselves. They've just hurt themselves.
Yeah, you got to come away with some points when they put together a good drive.
So that's what I mean. And during the halftime, I kind of said they've left points on the board because they have. West Rowan has left a field goal off of the board. Okay, they've really left off 2 touchdowns because one of them was an interception, and the other one they just had to end up punting because they got too far away because of penalties. So they've left points off the board. This game is a lot closer, and you really need to stay tuned here in the second half because I think West Rowan might come out here, and if Kings Mountain is not careful, they might get popped in the mouth because West Rowan might clean up their act a little bit. Because West Rowan's about to start with the ball. As I'm saying that, they're taking the field, and Kings Mountain is lining up for the opening kickoff of the second half, and that's just Hunter. That's a step into Hunter's corner. That was Hunter's corner. We might just start doing that. Hunter's corner. He's going to tell you exactly what he's thinking and what the other team needs to do to make this more of a game. But don't get confused. 20-0. It's a lot closer than what it is. Kings Mountain with the kickoff, and it is fielded at the 15-yard line, and he is taken down at about the 32-yard line. That was number 10, Jalen Houston for West Rowan. So West Rowan going to take the field now for the first time in the second half to start us off. 11:55, 20-0. Kings Mountain on top.
31-yard line.
Two wide receivers at the bottom of the field, one lone receiver at the top of the field. He's in single coverage. And they start off with a draw play, and he is out there for a first down and more as he caught the edge on the right side of the field. That was Perry. Looked like he got about 13 or 14 yards on that carry.
Picking up where he left off there on the running game.
And that's what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. This game, we talked about it at halftime, me and Jason, it's a lot closer than you think just because West Rowan can move the ball. They just can't get in the end zone. So after that big run, basically in the same formation they were in on the last play, wide receivers 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top, running back to the right, and it's going to be a handoff up the center, but he is met and matched at the line of scrimmage, almost for a loss. Looks like maybe they're going to just, they are just going to keep him right there at the line of scrimmage. So he got there, so it'll now be 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Trips to the left of the quarterback. Lone receiver to the top. Running back to his left. And it's another handoff. And he gets hit again at the line of scrimmage. So after a huge first play, right now, the past 2 plays have been little duds that just get back to the line of scrimmage. For now it's 3rd and 10 on West Rowan. So 3rd and 10. I wonder if they're going to put the ball in Stallsworth's hand, the quarterback, and see if he can make a play to gain all these yards back up, as it's 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top on wide receivers. Running back still to his left in the shotgun, and they are, in fact, going to let him throw the ball. And he rolls right and tries to throw it downfield, but it is at the feet of his intended wide receiver. If he would have been able to keep that up, probably would have been caught for a first down, but it's hard for some quarterbacks to throw on the move. So this is going to bring up 4th and 10, and they're going to punt the ball. Quarterback stays in as the punter. I guess they have him punting the ball as well. Punts away, takes a West Rowan roll. Looks like it's gonna
down inside the 20, but not quite to the 10. Around about the 15.
Yeah, looks like it's rolling dead at about the 15. So Kings Mountain, good job by Kings Mountain there on that last defensive possession for them, able to only let up 1 big play for about 14 yards, then settled in and stopped the run game at the line of scrimmage and prevented a first down pass by breaking through to force Stallsworth out of his comfort zone and to throw on the move. But now Kings Mountain will take over at their 15, pistol formation, running back or wide receiver in motion, and it's going to be a sweep to Chris Britton. And Britton looks like he was maybe able to get 3. No, maybe he only got back to the line of scrimmage. Couldn't quite tell. I think they're going to give him just like half a yard.
2nd and 10.
Nope, still 2nd and 10. Still 2nd and 10. Kobe Pacehour, lone receiver to the top of the screen. And that's the way Kalen Wade is looking as he goes through his progressions, but does not see the big defensive end get through there and brings Kalen Wade down for a sack. So that is Derek Wilson. That's a big boy, big defensive tackle, Derek Wilson, 5'8", 235 pounds.
Third down a mile here. 3rd and 15.
I'm sorry.
Kings Mountain.
I think I said the wrong name.
3 wide receivers up top, 1 down low. Rolls to his right, flips the little shovel pass underneath, and McKalen finds some room, turns the corner, and he's up the sideline for a big gain.
Yep, that was McKalen Mack, and I said the wrong number on the last defensive play for,
pass there.
Yeah, for the defense. I said the wrong number for the defense, or at least the wrong name for the defense for East or West Rowan that was coming up with that sack on the play before. That was Zeke Biggers, and let me tell you something, that's a big boy. I knew I read off the wrong measurements. Zeke Biggers for West Rowan is, in fact, 6'5", 300 pounds. That's a big boy on the defensive line. Kalen Wade, though, will keep the ball and finds holes, and he is absolutely juking his way down, and he gets some running room, and is a great open field tackle to bring him down at about the 28-yard line of West Rowan. But when I tell you the man has got some wheels, I thought he was gone, but the defensive back had the angle on him. We got a flag on the play.
Yeah, Kobe would, but I don't think he was holding.
At the end of the play, though, let's see what we got.
Looks like it's going to be a block in the back on Kings Mountain, so we're going to back this one up. How far is the question? Was it a spot of the foul play? Is that where we're going to put it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Right at the very end. So.
First and 10 on the West Rowan 41-yard line. His own coach. Yeah, he was on.
Well, they backed him up, but they still got the first down out of it. So instead of being, it's about a 10 yards difference. Score update for you: Hunter Huss 24, Burns 6. Hunter Huss is showing their might tonight. Huss run up to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a handoff to Kalen Mack, and Mack has got room and more as he's able to get the first down and possibly another 4 or 5 yards after, maybe 6 yards after. That was a great play right there. It looked like they were in some sort of I formation. That's the first time I've seen Kalen Wade tonight line up under center. Turn around for the handoff, and Kalen Mack was able to do the work to put them down on their 23-yard line for a 1st and 10.
Yeah, doing exactly what they need to here, picking up first downs on the ground. Clock's just moving.
And it looks like they're going to run the exact same play. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because Kalen Mack's able to cut up field and get more. Looks like he's just short of the first down, and it looks like we're going to have an injury on the field, unfortunately, for West Rowan. We're going to step aside. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Bridges True Value Hardware is a family-owned and operated business conveniently located in downtown Kings Mountain. They remain as focused today on satisfying the needs of their customers as their founding fathers were in the 1880s. Of course, the products they carry have changed over the years, but not their interest in providing quality at a fair price. And no project is too small for their well-trained staff with nearly 200 years of cumulative experience meeting customers and solving problems. If you're tired of the box store experience, give them a try. Bridges Hardware, 301 West King Street, Kings Mountain. Call 704-739-5461. It's time to say big on your dream RV at Campers Inn RV in Kings Mountain. From November 15th till 18th, they're offering rock bottom auction pricing on 2018 motorhomes and fifth wheels. Find a 2018 Keystone Avalanche with middle bunk room for just $49,229, or a 2018 Forest River FR3 Class A motorhome for just $79,995. The inventory is priced to move, so hurry on in, because these RVs are going. Visit Campers Inn RV, the RVer's trusted resource, or campersinn.com today. That's Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain.
Back here, Kings Mountain High School. injured player on the play was Reggie Everhart for West Rowan as he's able to get up and walk off the field under his own power. Happy to see that. So with him walking off the field, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for Kings Mountain. Off of the Kalen Mack run to the right.
1st and goal for the Mountaineers.
7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And it's another handoff to Kalen Mack. Literally the same play back to back to back, and he's able to get positive yardage out of that one as well. I'm thinking it's maybe a 5-6 yard gain.
On the stop, number 7.
And they just keep running the clock and running the clock, which is what Kings Mountain really wants to do, as they're up still 20-0.
Run that play to the other side here in a minute. All right, so they pack it in tight again. Same play again off the right side. Loses his foot, though, this time. Falls down right near the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. Still need about 6 before they're in the end zone.
Bring up 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line.
3rd and goal coming up from about the 5-yard line. Mountaineers break the huddle with about 15 left on the play clock. Everybody's set now. They were going to run a play on 2, and that draws West Rowan offsides. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. Going to bring up 3rd, make it about 2.5 yards to score now. So a couple more options. Could potentially see that same play again off the right side. I think they found something in the defensive line they like, and they're going to try to open up holes there on the right side. See if they can't get in the end zone here. So now they break the huddle again. Down inside 10 seconds on the play clock. Quick snap off the right side to Mack. Finds the opening, stretches the ball out, and he's in the end zone. Kalen Mack punches it in again from about 2 yards out.
Touchdown. Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain ran the same play, looked like 4 or 5 times in a row. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Where Kalen Mack, every time he touched the ball on that same play, was able to get positive yards. So, hey, ride it all the way into the touchdown, as it is 26-0, point after pending.
Austin Browning into a touchdown out of the hole of Holden Turner.
And it is in there for a good point after, 27-0. Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan here. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday.
If I got the score 53-3 last week. Yeah.
And we are here at Kings Mountain High School for this first round playoff game, as Kings Mountain is all over West Rowan, 27-0. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Kings Mountain, after that last scoring play, is kicking the ball off now. That one is up and fielded, actually muffled, but still fielded by West Rowan at about the 25-yard line, and he didn't get anywhere further. So West Rowan will come onto the field now, behind 27-0. And West Rowan has had a lot of success running the ball tonight, but the question is now you're behind by such a deficit, really 4 touchdowns. I think you really need to look and see, hey, maybe this is where we need to start going through the air. I know the quarterback struggled tonight through the air, Stallsworth. He's got 2 interceptions to his name, but you're down 4 touchdowns. And the clock will just continue to run. It's not your friend at this point, as he does, in fact, take it and is sacked in the backfield. Sacked by number 32, Nathan Groves for Kings Mountain. He wasn't the only one that got home, though, for Kings Mountain. He was not the only one at all.
Yeah, they were all over it from the word go.
So this was a huge sack for Kings Mountain on to West Rowan. Something that West Rowan really did not want to happen. It is now 2nd and 18, still 27-0. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Wide receiver in motion. Trips right. Stallsworth rolls out to his right and tries to force the ball in there, but it is batted away by number 10, Damon Wilson. It was batted away by Belton Presley, number 19. I thought that was a 0. 1 and 0. It was a 1 and 9. So number 19, Belton Presley, was the one that batted that ball away out on the left-hand side. So this will bring up 3rd and 18. Clock is stopped. 2 wide receivers to his right, 2 wide receivers to his left, running back to his left. Stallsworth looks to set up the screen, almost picked off again, but it is batted down. And that'll bring up 4th and 18. And here comes Kings Mountain's defense, and they are not afraid, it looks like, with such a lead, to bring the pressure. They're just applying pressure left and right on Stallsworth because they've realized that, just like West Rowan has kind of realized, for West Rowan to get back into the game, they got to throw the ball, and Kings Mountain has sensed the same thing, so they just keep sending people home. As the punt goes away from West Rowan, takes a little roll and is fielded by Kobe Paysauer. He actually picks it up, and he gets to the edge, but is tugged on and breaks a couple of tackles, fumbles a little bit, but Kings Mountain is able to pick it up, falling on top of it. Kobe Paysauer got lucky there. You know, I was watching.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he really did get lucky there. I was watching on television one day. I was listening to a podcast one day, and they were talking to Chris Johnson, the great Chris Johnson, CJ2K. Originally was one of the fastest men at the 40s from the NFL, and they were talking about, do you have to learn at which point to go down when you're running with the football? And he said, absolutely. The answer is yes, absolutely, and that's what Kobe Paysauer should have done there because he almost lost that fumble. Hand off to Raquelin Mack, and he gets forward again. Yeah, what were you trying to say, Jason?
I talked to a guy once who played at high school level as a running back, talking about pretty much the same thing. He's talking about how, in high school, there's maybe one guy on the field, if it's a good team who can hit you real hard, you got to be careful with on defense. He said,
absolutely.
He said all those guys are that guy. He said they can all hurt. He can all hit you hard and hurt you. He said, and I'll tell you what, sometimes you'll be running. He said they don't even have to hit you and it'll hurt. He said they'll just barely clip you a little bit or just get a small piece of you and it'll hurt. He said, so you really gotta. He said he realized it really just wasn't for him. He just wasn't,
Absolutely.
He played in college and all, but after that he wasn't really interested in playing no NFL if it hurt. If them college players could do that to you.
Oh, yeah. Another run play by Raquelin Mack up the center. Good for maybe 3-4 yards. But what I was getting at with Chris Johnson saying that, Kobe Paysauer there on that punt return, we kept fighting and fighting and fighting for yardage, fighting off tacklers. And Chris Johnson said, it's a good way when you're trying to get extra yards to get hurt, but it's also a good way to lose the football. So that's something to remember. 2nd and 6. It's another I formation handoff to Raquelin Mack, who gets the edge again.
Raquelin Mack on the carry again.
And he keeps getting positive yards and positive yards. This is the same play that they ran 4 or 5 times in a row on their last scoring possession. And until West Rowan can genuinely stop it, I don't see them getting away from it. I see them lining up in this I formation variant and just handing it off to the right and just letting Raquelin Mack run with it. I'm surprised they don't flip it and run to the left because, look, they're on the right hash. Look how much more room is over there on the left-hand side. If he was able to get the edge like he has been on the right-hand side, he'd have a whole lot more room to get to.
I bet they feel like their right guard and right tackle are handling that defensive line better.
We've got a flag on the play after Mack is taken to the ground. Still running that handoff to the right, and it is a face mask against West Rowan.
And that's enough for a Mountaineer.
So that'll bring up Kings Mountain to another first down. It's another Flooring America first down, and it was brought to them thanks to a face mask by West Rowan. 27-0, 3:09 on the board. Looking at the Parker Farm Service scoreboard here in the third quarter, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. This is out of the shotgun formation. Kalen Wade with the keeper gets to the right-hand side edge and is able to cut it upfield for more yards. Looks like they're going to give him about a gain of 8. This looks like it. Looks like it was about a gain of 8. We'll see what the official is.
And that's enough for another Mountaineer.
He seems to have gotten more than 8. I guess I just don't have that good of an angle to see what yard dash he was on, because they gave him the first down. He was able to get all 10 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 27-yard line. Still coming out in a shotgun formation where Kalen Mack to his right, and it's an exact same play over again. It is Kalen Wade calling his own number as he tries to take off to the right, and this gang tackled on the edge.
92, stopped on the play by number 92, Levante Jacobs.
So that'll bring up now a 2nd and maybe 8. Yeah, they're going to give him actually 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Getting close to the 2-minute marker here in the third quarter. Rushing to the line. Kalen Wade or Kalen Mack in the shotgun formation. Kobe Pacehour, lone receiver to the top of the field.
I know why he never signaled.
Back judge gonna give the countdown. Go. Run it.
He's counting.
And it's going to be a timeout by Kings Mountain. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Be after this, right back with some more football. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay 0 money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, 0 money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
Back here, Kings Mountain High School for the first round matchup of the 3A high school playoffs between West Rowan Falcons and the Kings Mountain Mountaineers. Mountaineers up 27-0. A minute 37 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 8 for the Mountaineers as they are driving on East Rowan's 15-yard line, so they're 5 yards from the red zone.
2nd down for the Mountaineers.
Hand off to Kalen Mack. So he gets to the right-hand side edge. Was able to get forward for maybe another first down, it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 2. So just short. I'm telling you, the way this press box has us, fits about close to the 10-yard line. I start to lose a little bit of vision. Just the angles. So this is another handoff to Kalen Mack as he's able to get forward, and he gets the first down, and he's about 2 yards out from the goal line.
Inside the 5-yard line, and that's enough for another Mountaineer.
They're going to mark him at the 4. So he is 4 yards out. 1st and goal from the 4. If I was Kings Mountain, like I said, if it isn't broke, don't go away from it. Just keep feeding big number 22 for Kalen Mack.
That ought to get you to the goal line, the end of the game even.
And well, but they've always said it's harder and harder to score the closer you get to that goal line because your playbook is limited. They just tried to run it again. He lost about 2 yards. So 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. We'll see if Kings Mountain switches it up a little bit. Little pitch out to Kalen Mack. And Mack cuts it up forward, and when he gets to the edge for the touchdown, that is going to be another touchdown for Kings Mountain. And another one on the day for Kalen Mack. Field goal pending. Right now the score is 33-0. 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Field goal pending. Could be 34-0. It's another dominant offensive possession by Kings Mountain. Point after is up, and it is good. 34-0, Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan. 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
34-0, Kings Mountain all over West Rowan tonight here at Kings Mountain High School. 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff is up, fielded at about the 20-yard line, and he gets about to the 26-yard line. Kings Mountain has really dominated the possession here in the 2nd half. They've been able to run the ball successfully for 2 touchdowns on both possessions here in the 2nd half so far. So West Rowan is coming out onto the field. 3 wide receivers high, 1 solo receiver to the bottom. Running back to the quarterback's left. Stallsworth takes it, looks at his solo receiver. He's able to bring it in but drops it. He's looking for a flag, and it does not seem that one is going to be thrown. Thought he had a little bit of pass interference from the defense of Kings Mountain. Referee thought otherwise. So West Rowan coming out throwing. Kind of have to at this point, down 34 points. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Looks like it's going to be a timeout. West Rowan will be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Bridges True Value Hardware is a family-owned and operated business conveniently located in downtown Kings Mountain. They remain as focused today on satisfying the needs of their customers as their founding fathers were in the 1880s. Of course, the products they carry have changed over the years, but not their interest in providing quality at a fair price. And no project is too small for their well-trained staff. with nearly 200 years of cumulative experience meeting customers and solving problems. If you're tired of the box store experience, give them a try. Bridges Hardware, 301 West King Street, Kings Mountain. Call 704-739-5461.
34-0. Kings Mountain still in driver's seat here against West Rowan. West Rowan just coming out of a timeout. 2nd and 10 from their own 26. Working right to left on your computer screen. Play action looked to hit the wide receiver coming across the center of the field through his hands. Incomplete. Incomplete to Jalen Houston was the intended receiver. This will bring up 3rd and 10. Kings Mountain has done a good job defensively, which is what we saw in the first half. Their pass defense was good because in the first half they were able to come off with 2 interceptions. Their run defense was what was in question going into the second half, but they've been able to tighten that up. And with a 34-0 lead, you would think that West Rowan would get away from running the ball, which they just tried to do now. He tried to get to the edge, Mr. Jaden Perry, but was unable to do so. Looks like it was possibly a loss. And this will bring up a 4th down. They're just going to punt it away for West Rowan.
Quarterback failed out.
Low snap, punt is away. And it is going to roll and stop on the Kings Mountain 38. So it's still good field position for Kings Mountain.
Scores around the area, Bessemer City 30, Holland Tech 8.
So Kings Mountain's going to come onto the field, look to just continue to pound the ball on the ground against West Rowan, as it is still 34-0. Kings Mountain in the driver's seat.
Smoky Mountain 6, South Point 28, Mount Pleasant 7.
East Rowan is 6-0 East Rowan in the third.
In the third quarter, East Rowan 6, Statesville 0.
So again, looking to run the ball still as the handoff is to Raquelin Mack.
Raquelin Mack run out of bounds.
Mack has ran out of bounds. Looks like maybe a gain of 0, but there is a flag on the play. It's going to be chop block against the defense. West Rowan with the chop block called against them, so that is going to move Kings Mountain forward. Something that West Rowan was not wanting to happen. And we also heard in here during our commercial break, the winner of this game faces the winner of East Rowan and Statesville. Statesville is the higher seed between the two, and we just heard that East Rowan in the third quarter is on top of Statesville 6-0.
And that is the final play of the third quarter.
And that was the final play of the third quarter. We'll be going into the fourth quarter. Score is 34-0. Kings Mountain all over West Rowan. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's time to say big on your dream RV at Campers Inn RV in Kings Mountain. From November 15th till 18th, they're offering rock bottom auction pricing on 2018 motorhomes and fifth wheels. Find a 2018 Keystone Avalanche with middle bunk room for just $49,229, or a 2018 Forest River FR3 Class A motorhome for just $79,995. The inventory is priced to move, so hurry on in because these RVs are going. Visit Campers Inn RV, the RVer's trusted resource, or campersinn.com today. That's Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain.
Back here at Kings Mountain High School, Kings Mountain still on top of West Rowan. Just got a score update that we just gave, but East Rowan is now down against Statesville 7-6 in the fourth quarter. So still a one-possession game. So 12 minutes here is the start of the fourth quarter. Handoff to Ussery. She's able to get about 3 yards. Looks like it's going to be about a 2nd and 7 as they try to start running out the clock.
That's the end of the third quarter.
That was a free play. Defensive penalty.
Oh, there was a defensive penalty. Defensive penalty. So they had to run one more play. Now we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. I was confused. I was wondering why the scoreboard was not moving.
A little concerned myself. Got it figured out though.
Got it figured out. Had to run one more play due to a defensive penalty.
Turns out they knew what they were doing, right?
Yep, they know more than we know. So they think. So that means we'll just flip sides and start this fourth quarter. $34-0. Mountaineers still in command.
About ready to take it the other way is Kings Mountain. They're breaking the huddle now.
2nd and 7.
There's a pitch to Ussery. Ussery thought he was stopped in the backfield. Missed tackle, and he's able to cut it upfield and get a few more yards off of what we thought was going to be a broken play. So he was able to get now 2nd and 5.
3rd and 5 for the Mountaineers.
Third and 5. 11-20 in the fourth quarter. Ussery still in the backfield. And it is a play action, and he's looking to go deep. And it is it underthrown? They say it is caught. Definitely caught by Chris Britton. And that was a great use of the play action. I didn't know. I thought the ball was low. I thought it might have hit the ground when he tried to get his hands underneath it, but the referee was right there and said, hey, that's a catch. So with that, that's going to give the Mountaineers a first down, and they are able to retain possession of the football. So 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line, and they're looking to score again and increase this lead. So it's going to be a timeout, Kings Mountain. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain or online at countrycamping.com.
Back here at Kings Mountain High School. Kings Mountain all over West Rowan on this first game. The opening game of the 3A playoffs for both teams. Winner advances next week to play against the winner of East Rowan and Statesville. So neither team wants their season to end early tonight, but right now Kings Mountain is commanding this game, up 34-0 in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left. 1st and 10, and they're in scoring position. Pistol formation, hand off to Ussery as he tries to go to the left-hand side and get the edge. And they say he was down before the fumble. I thought he did indeed fumble, but they said he was down.
Jared knows. We don't know. He never signaled it was down. That's why Jared was still standing back here. Yeah. The signal, I'm like this. Give me a signal so I know what's there. He never pointed.
They never, so they did in fact say it was a fumble. Because West Rowan's offense is coming out and Kings Mountain's defense is coming out. They never said any, I didn't see any, and that's the talk here in the press box as well. There was no sign at all of a fumble. So it's a fumble. West Rowan will take over from their own 8. It's going to be a handoff. And he is shifty, and he's trying to break out into the secondary. Takes 2 players to bring him down. That is Mr. Jaden Perry, who's had a great night so far. So 1st and 10 from the 27 after the long run by Perry for West Rowan. West Rowan hands it off again to Jaden Perry as he's able to cut left and try and get the edge. He got maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play. Not another huge breakout run that he's known to have tonight.
Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, they actually only gave him a gain of a yard. Something to think about. 4 seed Statesville is up 7-6 on the 14 seed East Rowan. So the winner of those is looking that they'll play Kings Mountain. Well, Kings Mountain has put 34 on the board, and they're a 5 seed. So it's looking very favoring for Kings Mountain as this ball is aired out, but it is
aired out of bounds.
Aired out of bounds, absolutely.
Flag down on the field.
Got a flag down, no?
Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Mountaineers. No.
Sorry, you're listening to me. I apologize.
The intended receiver, Takis Warren.
Roughing the passer call is going to keep the Rowan drive moving. Going to be another fresh set of downs. They get out near midfield around the 44-yard line. So with 9 minutes left to go on the clock, Kings Mountain leads 34-0 over West Rowan.
Play action, and he is taken down in the backfield. Salsworth dropped by Jeremiah Brown. Kings Mountain fans are used to saying that. Big nose guard, 5'9", 300 pounds. Got in the backfield for the sack. Clock will continue to run as it is 8 minutes and 45 seconds left. 34-0, Kings Mountain on top of West Rowan.
He could run, but you know, he wouldn't get the free throw line when we were coming back after they shot and scored.
Just let him stay there.
Well, you know, we're playing 4-on-5, and I don't know how well we can do it.
Jaden Perry on the carry.
Another handoff to Perry. Perry has been the start and looks like it's going to be the end of this offense. Looks like he's the only one that's really been able to produce for West Rowan tonight. He had a huge production in the first half. It's been very quiet here in the second half as West Rowan has decided to throw the ball more, trying to come back at such a deficit. But they've decided to keep the ball on the ground now on this drive more than throw it. Stallsworth running for his life again, is sacked again as well. It's by number 30 for Kings Mountain, Michael Pruixma. Yeah, Michael Pruixma. And there is a injury on the field. Looks like it's going to be Stallsworth. We'll be back after this message, KTCBroadcasting.com.
There's something new at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain. It's the Soft and Strong sale, where friends send friends. Right now, get 12 months special financing or get $100 off your purchase. Plus, get laminate flooring as low as $2.99 a square foot. And be sure to see the new Cortec waterproof flooring. Hardwoods, carpet, luxury vinyl, laminate, and tile. All on sale now at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street, Kings Mountain.
Back here at Kings Mountain High School, 34-0. Kings Mountain all over West Rowan Falcons. Injured player on the field was, in fact, Stallsworth, as he's walking off the field under his own power. You like to see that. Hate to see injuries, but you like to see it when they're able to get up and walk off the field under their own power. Brings up 4th and 19. 4th and 19, and they're going to punt this ball away and give it back to Kings Mountain. And you would suspect with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter,
I think they're short of man.
Kings Mountain is probably just going to run this out. I think that would be a smart move. Punt was almost blocked as it's going to roll down and dead about the 32-yard line.
56 ain't played much tonight. He ain't got no dirt on him. 15 ain't played none of him. He's crispy.
Yeah, towel and everything. Gloves,
His socks are still white.
Hey, JoJo Brush.
First and 10 for the Mountaineers from the 32-yard line. 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
I think one like they're taking the starters up.
Oh, here, look, he is all white right here.
All white. 44 is like
He just got
95, 15, they all crispy.
So handoff now to Ussery.
Oh, turn it!
Ussery
stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds. I thought he stayed in bounds, but I can't really see the sideline good from where we're at in the press box.
And that's enough for a Mountaineer.
Maybe it wasn't 56 that time, but what's that over there? Yeah.
I thought he was going to be gone. I thought we were going to have a quick score already again for Kings Mountain.
He was gone. Had he just not stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
Now 56 is.
Unfortunately, though, for him stepping out of bounds as well, that did stop the clock. But 7 minutes left. They're handing it off again to Ussery. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a loss of 1. But this will also allow the clock to continue to run, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Noah Rhodes on the cornerback right now.
95 gloves still white, so he
ain't played much.
He just got in there.
If your socks and gloves are white, you ain't played none.
They took out the big boy over there at 44.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I see him. I just run away from
Shotgun formation. Wade takes the snap, hands it off to Ussery, who gets to the left-hand side again, is stopped in the backfield one more time. So this will bring up 3rd and 10. They're just trying to let the clock run.
On the stop, DJ Robinson.
34-0 still. Kings Mountain with the lead over West Rowan.
Third and 11 for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, I would go home and clean you one. Hey, Grayson, 72.
Yeah, I can't. I gotta get there.
I'd fall down quick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'd fall down somewhere and get blood on
To the door, he going.
No.
This is going to be a sweep, and it is fumbled. It rolls out of bounds.
Fumbled out of bounds.
Fumbled out of bounds.
Reed on the carry.
On the carry was, in fact, Shyrone Reed. Got a little bit too excited on that sweep. Could not quite tuck the ball in and fumbled it out of bounds. 5 minutes, 28 seconds left. Punting away is Kings Mountain, 34-0.
For the Falcons.
Come on, Groves.
Punt is away.
Crushed.
And it's going to take a Kings Mountain roll. It's going to be downed at almost the 15-yard line. So great punt. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
For the Falcons. Ball at the 16-yard line. How good you going to be this year, Grayson?
We should be pretty good again. We'll just have to see how coaching does. That's always the question. That is definitely the question.
So it's going to be a handoff for West Rowan, and it's a shoelace tackle in the backfield. Perry was tackled in the backfield. Used to seeing him cut up field for multiple yards. This time it was a loss. But that's going to let the clock continue to run as it's just now under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
I think that was his main concern was to get down and stay in bounds.
Yes.
I am.
Perry taken down for 18 balls. All in by Titus Clark, number 18.
Rowan carries the ball. Titus Clark comes away with a loss of a yard. That's going to bring up third down for Rowan. And clock gets inside 4 minutes here. 34-0. Kings Mountain enjoys the lead as this game is down inside its last few minutes.
Under 4 minutes now, hands off again to Perry. Trying to fight forward for a first down. Unable to do it. He's about 5 yards out, it seems, from the first down marker. So this will bring West Rowan back onto the field to punt the ball to Kings Mountain, where we believe Kings Mountain will be able to just run the clock out for the rest of the time.
Yeah, got to pick up a few first downs, but should be able to put it in the books from here.
For those of you listening, do not turn away after the game. Stick with us as we go over the Country Camping Corner post-game show. We'll break down the game today as the punt is away and downed by West Rowan about the 36-yard line. Again, do not go away. We will have the Country Camping Corner post-game show.
We got an update on Statesville.
It was 7-6 out.
7-6 and Mustangs were driving.
7-6 Statesville up or
Statesville.
Statesville's up.
But the Mustangs are driving, so that's
They were on Statesville 20 minutes ago.
3 minutes and 12 seconds left. 34-0 Kings Mountain all over West Rowan today. Pistol formation. It is going to be a handoff. It stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if this field can take that game.
I know that's right.
Albert Hope they have in as running back right now. The junior.
East Rowan misses the field goal with 45 seconds left.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Final, Statesville 7, East Rowan 6.
Golly.
final score, Statesville 7, East Rowan 6.
We just heard that there's a final score, Statesville 7, East Rowan 6. Looks like Kings Mountain will be traveling. We will be traveling to Statesville next week to play the second round of the playoffs. It's another handoff. Another handoff to Hope.
Get him out, John Holmes. Oh, okay. Number 6? Yeah, 6'5". 6'5".
2 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Yes, he is. I can see he is. I see it now when he walked to the hub. Yes, I see it.
Taking their nice and sweet time getting back up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be another handoff to Hope. He's taken down again in the backfield.
Albert Hope on the carry.
That's 41 again. He keeps making tackles, but sir, we don't know what his name is.
And with that, let's bring up a 4th down as we're approaching a minute left in the game, 34-0. Kings Mountain all over West Rowan. Again, just heard that Statesville was victorious over East Rowan 7-6. So we will be traveling with Kings Mountain to Statesville next week to bring you that game. And I'll tell you what, Statesville might be the higher seed, but if they only put 7 points up on the board, and I'm looking at this and seeing that Kings Mountain put 34 today, this might be a wake-up call for Statesville, and Kings Mountain might be able to advance the 3rd round. I'm not trying to put any jinx on anybody. I'm just saying, if numbers-wise, Kings Mountain is looking a little bit better.
Yeah.
A minute and 6 left. West Rowan coming onto the field. You would think they would just run the ball
1st and 10 for the Falcons.
as they're down 34-0, but they're probably going to still show they have a little bit of fight left. We'll see what they do. And they do, in fact, hand the ball off. Stopped in the backfield. We couldn't really see the number of the running back. We know it was not Mr. Perry, though. Looks like a fresh uniform on the field, maybe getting some 2nd and 3rd string players in there just to say they've played. As it's now under a minute and the clock continues to run. Again, do not go anywhere. Country Camping Corner post-game show. We're going to have a play of the game, defensive and offensive players of the game, and a player in total of the game. One last play. It's a handoff from West Rowan, and that is probably going to do it, as it is now 15 seconds and running. Teams are starting to line up, and that will, in fact, end the game. It's 34-0. Kings Mountain all over West Rowan Falcons. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will be going into our post-game show. So stick around, ktcbroadcasting.com.
Tires, and more tires. New tires, used tires. You'll find them all at Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain. Located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amoco has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do all types of automotive repair, from an oil change to a tune-up to brake repair. And they are a North Carolina inspection station. That's Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, a proud supporter of Kings Mountain Mountaineer football. Get your yard ready for fall and winter with a stop at Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Right now is the time to plant your grass seed and put out your fertilizer and lime. And while you're there, see their huge selection of warded pumpkins. That's right, decorative warded pumpkins, plus fall mums and even Indian corn. Great decorations for your home. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or see Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. You could be the next satisfied customer at SNR Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from SNR Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's SNR Auto Sales.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain, or online at countrycamping.com.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Doctor, Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
And we are here still at Kings Mountain, the Kings Mountain High School, for the Country Camping Corner post-game show, as it was a routing, really, here in the first round playoff game of the 3A North Carolina High School playoffs. Kings Mountain was all over West Rowan, 34-0. And with that, there's not much really we can talk about other than Kings Mountain came out here and they flexed some muscle. They did offensively. They showed that, hey, not only can we throw it, but we're going to run the ball as well. They had a lot of success running the ball tonight. Defensively, their pass defense was phenomenal. Their defense came away with 2 interceptions on the night, and their rushing, the quarterback, they got home a lot. They had the quarterback for West Rowan, that was Stolesworth. They had him running for his life for a majority of the night when he dropped back to try and pass the ball. So they had great pass rush. The only thing that they kind of struggled on was stopping the run, but we're going to talk about why we think that West Rowan's rushing offense was so potent, and mostly was because of the player that they had. We'll talk about him in a second as well. So overall, with that, we also want to let you know, if you did not hear during the game, Statesville did in fact defeat East Rowan. So Kings Mountain will be traveling to Statesville. We will be going with them as well. We will be traveling to Statesville to cover that next round game here in the 3A playoffs. The score in that game was Statesville 7, East Rowan 6. We talked about it a little bit during the game, how Kings Mountain against West Rowan dropped 34. So I don't know if Statesville is going to look at how much Kings Mountain just scored, and it's going to be kind of an eye shocker, because it's funny how the 4 seed scores 7 and the 5 seed scores 34. That's a little bit interesting. I think it's going to be a pretty good game next week, but again, we will be in Statesville. With that, though, we're going to go ahead and start giving our awards, if I can speak, awards after here in our post-game show. We're going to start with the whatsupshopper.com play of the game. Jason, you got the play of the game?
Yeah, play turned around there on a big interception by James Usery right there at the goal line, where he intercepted it, took points off the board, and returned it about 85 yards, set up an easy score for Kings Mountain on the other end. So.
I agree 100%. That was one of the few chances that West Rowan had all night in scoring position, and Kings Mountain just took it away from them. Next, we're going to go to the Hendricks Appliance Defensive Player of the Game.
It's going to be the same guy there, Usery. He made the big defensive play there at the goal line, took points off the board, big return in response to the interception. He was able to take it almost all the way back to the house. Thought he was going to score.
Yes.
Put his hand up in celebration. A little too early, though. Ran out of steam. But, again, he's our defensive player of the game, mainly based off of that play of the game earlier, the big interception, long return.
Next, we are going to go over the Campers and RV Offensive MVP, and this is where we said we were going to talk about this gentleman in a minute.
MVP tonight's at running back from West Rowan, Jaden Perry, number 4. He racked up 168 yards on the ground on just 16 carries, so that's a little over 10-yard average. That's a pretty good clip. I don't know exactly what the average is. It's not over 10 yards. It's right at it, though. Yeah, it is a touch over 10 yards.
Yep.
And it's just an excellent job tonight on the ground, just unable to find their way into the end zone tonight. But congratulations, Jaden Perry, here tonight's offensive player of the game.
Absolutely. And now we're going to go with the S&R Auto Sales player of the game. Who do you have for the player of the game?
Tonight's player of the game, none other than Raquelin Mack, 3 touchdowns on the ground. 82 yards to his name, 14 carries, 3 touchdowns later. Kalen Mack's tonight's overall player of the game, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales.
Absolutely. Kalen Mack, you know, when they realized Kings Mountain had such a lead, they leaned on Mack to take them the rest of the way to run the clock out, basically, to maintain their lead. Little did they realize he was also going to score 2 touchdowns for them because that offensive run game could not be stopped. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to our Country Camping Corners postgame show, but we also want to say thank you for listening to the game as well. Want to give shout-outs to all of our sponsors. David C. Brinkley, the title sponsor. Bridges Hardware for being our stadium pregame sponsor. Classic Ford and Lincoln of Shelby for our players to watch sponsor. Flooring America. Parker Farm Service, Ronaldo Buick GMC Auto Mall, Hometown Hardware, Country Camping Corner, What's Up Shopper, Hendricks Appliance, Campers Inn RV, and S&R Auto Sales. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. You can catch us again next Friday as we travel with Kings Mountain to Statesville to watch the second round matchup between the number 4 Statesville and number 5 Kings Mountain. Thank you, and we'll see you guys next Friday.
Tires, and more